Hi, this is Oscar Staton, and I want to talk about times tables. Do you need to learn them? Do kids need to learn them in school? Well, as a teacher, I will tell you, as a classroom teacher, I assigned it to my students. I assigned them learning times tables, not during the classroom. It's something that I asked parents to assist their kids at home with. So they would learn them at home, and I also made the times tables videos that are up here that let the kids practice the times tables at their own pace. It is not something that took up my classroom time. It is something that you did as a side that I would encourage my students to learn them as much as possible. And they only learn these times tables after I had taught them the multiplication concept, and I knew that they had the multiplication concept down. So it is pretty much meaningless for a kid to come up to me and say, hey, 6 times 7 is 42. And the first question I would ask that kid is, well, what does that mean? Can you name a scenario where that would be important? Do you understand what that means, basically? And so that is a concern. That is a concern that many people have had in the past, that kids go around learning times tables without having any notion of the concept of what that means. What is 6 times 7, or what is 3 times 4, whatever it is. So it's really important that the student, the learner, has a deep knowledge of multiplication before delving into the times tables. The other thing is that it can cause anxiety. In my scenario, in my classroom, what I've always done is that I've always made sure that this was an extra activity, that this is something that I encourage the students to learn on their own, in their own time. You do not want to cause anxiety with the times tables and do all those time tests all the time, because that can cause problems, and it can shut students down from math and really limit their potential in math. So, do you need to know all the times tables? It helps. If you're a student and you're asking me that, I would tell you, yes, it does help. It will serve you well as you go up in grades, as you go up into the other grades. It will assist you in that way. Do you need to know them? Technically, no. Will it make computations easier? Yes, it will. It is important to make sure that students know their mathematical concepts, specifically the multiplication concepts, and that they can represent multiplications in different ways. I have a video up here for you that I go over how to express multiplication in different ways. That's important for the students to do, to deepen their knowledge of the concept of multiplication, what it is, what are different ways to come up with a solution other than the algorithm, other than just strictly knowing your times tables. Knowing your times tables will not be sufficient. So yes, would I recommend that you learn your times tables? Yes, I would. Go ahead and use the videos I've provided for you. There are several speeds that you can go at, that you can watch as many times as you need. Should you be stressed if you still can't memorize those, if you can't put them in your mind? No. Just make sure you learn the multiplication concepts in depth, that you ask questions of your teacher, that you find different ways of representing multiplication, so that you can be successful in math. Yes, you can be successful in math without knowing all your times tables. But yes, I do encourage you to practice them, to memorize them, because I learned them as a little boy. I had to have these lists of multiplications that I would have to repeat over and over again until they stuck in my mind. But I'm happy I did that, because now I really know them, and it's easier for me to come up with a calculation. If I need to calculate something, I can do it on the spot. If I need to know what 6 times 7 is, 42. So anyway, have a wonderful day. I hope this video helped, and keep on learning. Almost forgot, if you like this video, please hit like and subscribe. That really helps us out. Bye. Hasta luego.